Well, I'm going to be in Boston on January 3rd.
3rd, 2, 1. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 19. Shant, how you feeling tonight, big guy?
Feel good, man. I feel really good. Feel pumped up. Wasn't feeling pumped up a couple days ago because I'm getting crushed on a new video that I posted on Facebook a couple days ago.
I love it.
Yeah.
So before we were in the car, you were telling me all about your how you got to show that open house or whatever, and how you're going to be late. And you're like, yo, bro, I'm getting reamed on Facebook. And then I just got this YouTube comment and I stopped you. Yeah. What were you trying to tell me? What happened? What comment did you get?
So on YouTube, on a video where I did top 5 reasons to live in the city, this guy, TC Mays, shout out to you, TC Mays. I hope you're listening. Said,
I'm looking him up right now.
Yeah. Downtowns are not important and not everyone cares about schools. Also, you blew it from the first with your stupid Facebook talk. Not important or necessary.
Blew what? Exactly. What did you
blew the list. I blew the list of top 5 reasons to live in Chandler, Arizona.
So
I said schools are important and have a nice downtown. So I blew it.
So I guess maybe he was looking for like bars to check out.
Top strip clubs,
strip clubs, something like that.
TC Mays, I got you next time, man.
Sounds like a low life, but no, you know what it is? Put it this way. I get a lot of shit comments too from like the experts. You know what I mean? Like, buddy, listen, I've been living here all my life, yada, yada, yada. You don't know what you're talking about. Those types of people,
so
people that want to school you.
So there's there's 2 types of comments that I'm trying to figure out how, because I hit you up with this because I was kind of wondering how you respond to them, right? So how do you respond to the one that says you're a fucking idiot and you should kill yourself or whatever? Not that deep, but let's say someone says something like that. But then how do you respond when someone disagrees with you, kind of like puts you out in a way or like makes you look stupid, but in like a smart aleck way? Like, how do you respond to those 2 different types of people?
Well, here's the deal. So I'm reading one right now from 3 hours ago. It says, you are a lying sack of shit. So I get a lot of those. I get a lot of like very simple ones, like you look like a rat, or like
it's nice.
Or like very intricate ones that like come from the dealer. Tell me a little bit just before we get into like how we handle it or how I handle it, how you would handle it. Tell me a little bit, go into detail for anybody that doesn't know. So actually, let me make an introduction and then you tell me all about this recent video that sparked a lot of like expert opinions commenting on it. So Shant, for those of you who don't know, my cousin is starting to do a lot more, but starting to do intricate YouTube videos he's posting, also sharing on Instagram and Facebook about real estate and towns in Arizona, specifically like what the city is like. Mm-hmm. Those people that are interested in buying in that city, things that they should know, or things you look out for during a purchase or a sale of a home. So Sean's been doing that sort of like how I do car buying videos.
Yeah.
So you put up a video earlier last week or mid last week, and you posted it to your Facebook, which you also have a lot of business acquaintances that you're friends with. Tell me about how that went. What was the video about, and what was it exactly that pissed these experts off?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to not bore everyone, but stay with me. If you have any questions about the topic or anything intricate, let me know. So I made a video So when you're buying a house, right, you have different loan programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just bought a house, you have different loan programs. But there are some down payment assistance programs, right? Where they're government grants, where the government pays for your down payment. Okay. And a lot of lenders push down payment assistance programs on people. Why? I don't know. I don't know if they make more money. I don't think so, but I don't know why they push it. I really haven't found out the reason for it. But I know the reason, because there's a lot of people who can't afford a house, and they're just trying to push people into these down payment assistance programs to help them get into their first house. Okay. Now, down payment assistance is great if someone who doesn't have money, for someone who wants to buy a house and have home ownership. It's great, right? But there is some negatives to down payment assistance programs, right? So in the video, I talked about the top 3 negatives to getting into a down payment assistance programs, right? Because I've had clients who didn't know, and they, like, when we were going through the process, like, oh, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, and the lender didn't really explain much of that. So I wanted to do a good job of, without any bias towards if it's a good thing or a bad thing, tell people, hey, 3 reasons why down payment assistance is not a good idea, even though my clients still use it and they know about the 3 reasons why not to. You get a higher interest rate, okay? They're usually, the whole premise of the video is the government's not going to give you something for fucking free and be like, cool, John, appreciate you being an American. Thank you. Here's fucking $10,000, man. Go buy yourself a house. Like, it doesn't fucking work that way, right? So that's one reason. The interest rates are higher, right? Closing costs are higher, okay, with these, because they're going to make their money back plus more. Then there's some down payment assistance programs where you can't sell your house in a few years. You're locked. Like, there's a lot of restrictions. There's guidelines that people don't really fucking know. I don't even know all the guidelines, but there's a bunch. Then the third one was, you're likely to not get your offer accepted with sellers more than you would with a conventional offer. It's just
because
facts.
It takes longer?
No, because they need closing cost help. So all your closing costs that you paid, you're asking the seller to pay for it. And it's just like stuff like that. So like, you're just less likely to get an offer accepted. These are all facts, like plain and dry. Now, posted the video, and a bunch of people on my Facebook page that are mortgage lenders, right? And actually, before I made the video, I talked to 2 separate lenders and said, give me your top 3 negatives with down payment assistance.
Yeah, so you consulted with experts before you made the video.
Yeah, I didn't Google 3 reasons why it's not a good idea. I talked to 2 different lenders and put their thoughts together into the video. So I got lenders hitting me up on on my Facebook, where I have a lot of clients, where I have few like friends who might want to do business with me. I post this video, and then let's see. Hang on. Basically taking shots at me, making me sound like I'm an
idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you're doing.
So one guy says, we need to go over the math, bro. DPA comes with a lot of benefits that outweigh the drawbacks. Okay.
This person is from Arizona?
Yeah. Another one. Yeah. These are, she's agreeing with him. She's another lender. Yeah, they're often better than gift funds too. Borrowers still get a nice chunk of grant money even with a high interest rate, blah, blah, blah. You refi later, basically saying you're an idiot again. Okay. Then they went on a thread back and forth how much they agree with each other because they're so cool. And then it says, Shant, respect your video, but sounds like you need a new lender partner first. Lender partner, there's great down payment assistance programs out there for people. But okay, this wasn't a video about if down payment assistance was good, bad, or ugly. It was the 3 reasons why they're like 3 negatives to down payment assistance. That's it. Because there's negatives to everything. And I'm just highlighting for people to know what they're getting into.
So the good thing is because it's you that's posting the video, I'm going to believe every single word that's in that video. You are Shant. You are not the government making this video.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, it's your opinion. So you got a bunch of people right now stating opinions. You're telling me every single program, based off of what you know, every single down payment assistance program is the same?
No, they're all different.
Right? There's a bunch of car loans that are different. Are there not?
Mm-hmm.
So you made this video and you believed to your 100% knowledge that you were being 100% accurate?
Yes. Like I did research because I don't want to be irresponsible by posting, not like there is a program, down payment assistance grant program. A client of mine used, she knew she was okay with it. She can't sell her house for 10 years. Yes.
10. Jesus Christ.
So I said that in the video. I didn't say all down payment assistance program. I said there are certain ones, even ones that you can't sell your house for 10 years. I was very careful with my wording, and I'd be happy for you to go back and listen to it to see if I was attacking it or kind of being more informational. I think what got people is my thumbnail was 0, like down payment assistance, stay away, X, right? And I said 3 reasons why it's not a good idea.
Did you upload a custom thumbnail to Facebook too?
Yeah, it just popped up with the link from. So I think they didn't watch it and they just saw they
made an automatic assumption,
yes.
Like morons.
So do I comment? Because I haven't responded. It's been since Sunday. I haven't said anything. But they're just going back and forth, everyone. And I had to hit up my lender. I'm like, hey, bro, can you jump in and fucking defend me a little bit here? Like, getting crushed here.
I need you to fucking outweigh some of this right now.
So how do I go into it and say, like, because, there is people watching that, right? They see the comments. Now they're thinking, wait, maybe Shant is spewing out wrong stuff. And and these are like Sphere, my clients, my friends. I don't want them thinking, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like YouTube's different. You get a stupid, you look like a rat. Like, all right, cool, man.
But no, the comments, my comment section explodes with very, very intricate attacks on my knowledge. Like 10% of the not even 5, like not even 5%. Talk about like 1%. I get like maybe like 40, 50 comments a day on my videos. Wow. I got one in particular last year that people were calling me an idiot. People were calling me all sorts of bad names, but that was because of the thumbnail, man.
That's the thumbnail.
Like they didn't even watch the video. So I was just like you're not even paying attention to the video, and you basically made your assumption based off the thumbnail. It's not worth my time to explain that I'm right. So that video, it was titled "Why You Shouldn't Buy a Lexus GS350." ... You should lease it. I'm not saying the Lexus GS350 is a bad car. I'm saying don't buy it brand new. Buy it, lease it, then maybe even buy it off the lease. But see, these idiots...
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thumbnail. People assume, I guess, I'm guessing from listening to that, like, you think Lexuses suck.
Yeah, like you got a bunch of Lexus fanboys being like, bro, shut the fuck up. You BMW dumbasses don't know what you're talking about.
When you got your brother in a Lexus.
Right. So I get a lot of comments, Sean. Besides the Lexus video, I get a lot of very intricate, like attacked type comments on my videos where I really do want to get up and defend myself. But the as you grow, as your following gets bigger and bigger, I found that a lot of my subscribers defend me for me. Like they take their own position, very independent of my own opinion,
and they go
and they argue back. Like some people will go on to like threaten them back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting because that's like YouTube, right? So YouTube, you've built your community of people that don't really know you personally, right? Like this is your community that they sit there and want to learn about your techniques on how to save money. But what about on like your social media platform, which is different, right?
Right.
This is your people, right? These are your friends, your family. Like, do you feel you should just let it go, or you think I should be like, hey, dickwad, but not in those words, watch the video, don't look at the thumbnail?
I think you should. I think right now it's a little bit late. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier.
Motherfucker.
But
I'm going to right now. But yeah, go on.
You know why it's important not to immediately react? Right? Like I remember last year I had done a video, and then I had a dealer friend of mine I used to work with at BMW comment on the video, pissed off about it. He was heated. I got text messages like, who's this guy that commented on your video? And I remember I responded back and I'm like, listen, just because you in particular do a certain thing doesn't mean that your whole industry the majority of your industry isn't guilty of it. We were talking about like common dealer like shady practices, because I don't do that kind of shit. And I find it appalling that you would even say something like that and make people think that before. Like it's people like you on social media that are giving people like us a bad name. And I'm like, bro, it ain't me. I'm just highlighting why you guys are shitbags. But anyway, I'm not saying that responding back immediately is also the right thing to do. I think you got to let it kind of like settle. And then by you responding, you're not trying to make like a public announcement. You're trying to respond back to the people, to the actual person, and tell them like, listen, bro, like I've been in plenty of situations where down payment assistance has far outweighed the disadvantages have far outweighed the advantages. So I don't even think that's a question. Like you should set up your response as an ultimatum type rebuttal. Like you can't even argue this right now. So yeah, responding back is definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you should give it that much attention, because your friends ultimately, they believe in you a lot more, right? They're not neutral onlookers.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't stress out about it too much. If that video, for whatever reason, though, made its way to like, I don't know, fucking NBC, you might have a little bit of trouble. But yeah, I don't think so, man.
I just responded, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, ranting. Yep. I feel better now.
So I think the more and more you do these videos, Shant, you're going to get a lot more comments. But I feel like you haven't gotten used to that sort of like jolt out of your seat. Like, what the fuck was that comment? I got to respond back. You know what I mean? I get it all the time.
Yeah, especially YouTube, right? Because like, so your social media, like your Instagram, Facebook, your friends aren't going to be like, you're a piece of shit, you're a dirty salesman. Like, they're not going to say that, right? Like, people on YouTube who are just in their basement, in their dungeon, fucking like looking at who to go after. Like, because Eddie has a YouTube channel, and somebody, we actually died about this, laughing. They're like, because she had like brain surgery or whatever. They're like, I wish you died during surgery. And we were just like, who says that, bro? Like why?
It's kind of strange.
We were dying about that. Like
That's
cool, man.
Weird.
Maybe next time.
So, what is it about what are you actually concerned about when you get comments that challenge your intelligence? What
Yeah,
what 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 shakes you up about it?
because I like to be right, right? That's a thing, right? And I don't like to have people question my thoughts, right? That have motives. Okay, it's a key thing right here. The person on YouTube that commented my top 5 reasons were stupid. That's just funny. Like, that was just funny. It doesn't really matter to me, like, because that's like, no, they're top 5 reasons. Schools are important to people. Maybe not to you, but schools are important. Okay. It's like these lenders have an ulterior motive.
Yeah, they're going to try and sell this product that you're trying to sabotage.
Yeah. And they're trying to be like, hey, you need a new lender and you should talk to, like, use me, no. And it pisses me off because they're putting out wrong information. Okay. Because they're trying to sit here and defend down payment assistance, how it's the greatest thing. If you read the fucking comments, they're defending it like it's the greatest thing. But my rebuttal, which is what I wanted to say to all 3 or 4 of them that went in, was like, well, assholes, did you buy your house with down payment assistance, or did you use a different loan program that you know is better?
Yeah, did you go with fucking Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac conventional?
Yeah. But so the reason why is I don't want it to look like on my page from people that I know that like me, know me, to be like, oh, Shant's putting out bullshit information. YouTube is fine because YouTube is a crazy world, man. Like, you'll get some shit, and you do.
Yeah, you don't want your friends questioning your intelligence.
Yeah.
So I got this one subscriber. He's a broker. He's actually from New York, and he always comments something that I feel like blocking him for. Like every time he has to comment something that makes me want to block him. Then I'm like, nah, you know what?
But what's he say? Like, give me one good one.
So he's a big Chrysler Capital expert, like Jeeps, Alfa Romeo. He knows the programs inside out every single month. So like, if I make like a little bit of like a questionable statement about like a Jeep program or something like that, he'll chime in and be like, no, it's not 2.29, it's 2.49 at 60 months. You don't know what you're talking about.
So, but that's different, right? Because that's your direct competitor, technically, right? In the grand scheme of things.
One time he tried selling somebody on my page.
So
he goes, I'm a broker from New York. Let me know if you need anything.
See, that's blockable offense.
Yeah. I commented back and I'm like, please don't sell your services on my videos. Deleted the comment. I didn't block him. I just deleted the comments. He never did it again. But he keeps on making like these like asinine statements. And you just keep on wanting to block him, but you don't. Shant, so do you think if you were to post up another video regarding mortgages that you're going to catch the attention of these same mortgage brokers?
Yeah.
Right? I think you should do another one. Make it kind of risky.
So my next topic was going to be, because, my boy Gabe was like, dude, you should, because I use it. Okay, there's 2 differences, right? There's mortgage lenders, right, that are backed by a bank, right, or whatever it is. Like they're a mortgage lender. Then there's mortgage brokers. Brokers, they see you, Adi, as this candidate, and they're going to shop your rate around with different banks. Yeah.
They don't work for one bank.
Yeah, they don't work for one. So that typically you're going to get the best deal. Okay. So I use a mortgage broker because my clients get the best rates, right? That's what I care about.
You give them options.
Yeah. These guys are a lender, right? All the guys who commented are lenders. So my next video is going to be why mortgage brokers are better than regular mortgage lenders, and 3 reasons why brokers are better.
So here's how you address it. All right. So last year, so my name gets tossed around online on the forums a lot, right?
Okay.
As a reference, both in a good way and in a bad way. My name pops up a lot on leasehacker.com. Have you heard of leasehacker.com?
No, I'm gonna look it up.
It's a big forum that people talk about their lease deals on. There's even brokers that advertise their services on it. So these guys, I found out because somebody copy pasted the or screenshotted the thread and sent it to me, and I addressed them in my video. I go, it was a Mercedes video from like last December. I said, like, number one, if you're a lease hacker, this video is not for you. Number two, if you're trying to get a Mercedes C-Class for under 300, this video is not for you. Like, people that basically challenge anything you're going to say because it's the opposite of what they were trying to achieve, right? They have ulterior motives. So I think the best thing that you can do is not by responding directly, not by reaching out, not by doing anything to like level out the playing field, but just eliminate them from like your like you don't care if they're watching it or not, because you're basically telling them to fuck off.
Do you get into these forums and start like?
No.
Do you ever hop on and just search and see what people are talking about?
I might search my name in Google sometimes. I found myself on Reddit once, twice. But I think mentioning at the very beginning and saying mortgage lenders are not going to like me for this video. It's possible you may even see this in the comment section below. However, I'm about to tell you something that is neither trying to sell one particular service, promote, or demote any type of service. This is all my opinion. The moment you say it's my opinion and not fact, every single comment that comes after it is going to be an opinion. So fuck them. Really, I mean it. Like, who gives a shit what they say? Because it's their opinion. Like, I made a video about why you shouldn't lease the Lexus GS 350. It was supported by variables, right? It wasn't supported by facts. It was there were variables, there were numbers that I translated into my own opinion about if it's worth it to me, if you should buy or lease it. It wasn't a fact. Like, it's not worth it. Who am I to, like, how much money do I make to tell you it's not worth it? You could be a millionaire. You could just tell me it doesn't fucking matter to me. I'll just pay it in cash.
That's interesting, man. Because and I know we're getting so like granular with this little topic, man. But it's fucking people, and I think this is, a lot of people. There's reasons why people don't do video, right? Like, I think this is they're worried about fucking people commenting, and
they don't want to look stupid.
Yeah, so you're never going to look stupid. People are going to act stupid in the comments, I think.
Why don't you turn off the comments?
I don't care. It doesn't bother me, bro.
No. I'm saying just in general, like, if somebody's worried about the video and how people are going to react to it, just turn off the comments. But I think, Shant, I think that you got to experience, the more and more you do video, the more and more you're going to have to come across this. You're going to get a lot of the experts watching you. Like, I have dealers that watch me.
I'm sure.
And last year, there was a lot more of these dealers commenting on my videos. So I learned last year, when I didn't have as many subscribers, when I didn't have that many people protecting me, how to respond back to these comments. And before, I would take it comment by comment and respond back, but I wouldn't make it a conversation. Because the moment you make it a conversation, the moment you make it a debate, like you're debating your intelligence, that's when people start to be like, nah, man, like this guy, it's possible he doesn't know what he's talking about. But if you're just replying or you're acknowledging their comment, responding to it, but not responding to anything else, people pick that up, man. They take it. They take it to heart.
And I think, and bring it full circle in, what I've noticed watching other people, when people who is the person who posted the thing and they're engaging in back and forth debate about who's right, who's wrong, I think you sit back and you're like, you look like a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Instead of just like, you posted what you posted, you don't need to defend it. It's just, I posted this video, watch it, it's my opinion, and move on.
Or just say thanks for the comment.
Yeah, appreciate it. I really
appreciate your input.
So, yeah, that's it's very interesting, man. I'm glad got that off my chest. I finally responded. I'm excited to see what they respond back with, and I think because this is good, right? Because I know originally we wanted to talk about comparison, right? And like jealousy, competition. Yeah. And I know this kind of like different, but like this has a lot to do with like me comparing myself to you as far as like, oh, he does videos and like he's so like good and he has so many subscribers. I only have like 133 last I checked. And
does that get you motivated or does that get you jealous? Because that's the defining factor in this conversation.
You know, what's interesting is what I've realized, you just saying that, because I've never thought of it with you as a point, but I think it's jealousy when you don't know the person and you see success, you feel jealous. I know you. You're my cousin. I see it as like, fuck, he could do it like that's so reachable now. Like you showed me that whether I can or whether I do or don't, it's so reachable. Like I know you, like I know who you are, like you're fucking real. But if I didn't know you and I saw someone who has 100,000 subscribers on YouTube,
who do you get him to shout out? Like,
yeah, fuck him. Like,
who do you have to blow?
Yeah. So I don't know what your thoughts are, but that's how I see it.
I get motivated looking at you do video. When you do a video that day or when you post a video that day, and I was thinking about not doing one. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do one too. Even though I do more videos than you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I think competition has two different things, right? You see a friend, right? And you feel like a little bit like, oh, I'm gonna do that too. Or like I'm gonna one up him. But then you see a competitor or somebody like a little bit higher up than you, and you get kind of like jealous, like, fuck, man, I really want to get there really bad. But you don't do as much than when you see a friend doing it. Right?
So, yeah, no, I'm interested to hear. So in real estate, and I want to know how it is in like the restaurant and the car broker business. In real estate, I can't see any other industry being as worse as far as jealousy and comparison. Not competition, jealousy or comparison. I went through it in the beginning. I used to see people succeeding, and I'm like, the fuck? How did they I felt so like, how are they doing it? Like, I'm doing the same things. How come they're doing better than I am?
Would you get very would the most common thing be like them posting up like under agreement, under contract?
Yeah.
So I know realtors here that like will post the same house, the same deal 4 or 5 times. The status of it. That's
why I stopped doing it. If you notice, I haven't posted anything about houses.
Yeah, you
anymore.
haven't. You have it.
And now people are probably thinking, is he selling houses anymore? Or, but I am.
Yeah, I stopped taking sold pictures.
Yeah, it gets to a point where it's like, you've done enough. It's like, okay, move on. But we'll get into that one day, how realtors annoy me with social media. But it got to a point where you get, in the beginning, I was like comparing myself, right? And a good mentor of mine, he told me, I'd be like, look at this fucking guy. He's how to do 50 deals their first year, or this girl. And I'd just be like going crazy. And he's like, Shant, listen, first of all, relax. Okay. He's like, that one you're talking about, Chris over there, right? He did 50 deals his first years. His mom is an insurance agent owns an insurance agency, and they just hit up all their clients, and that's how he got all his fucking deals, right? Okay. Or yeah, this person is a part of the church group, and he gets all his deals from his church group. So it's not like, but me, I'm working to try to find new people, right? Because I don't have people here. So he'd be like, Shant, relax. Like, stop comparing yourself to someone who's lived here their whole lives, goes to church, is a part of the church group, which has like thousands of people in it, right? So you can't compare yourself to that person. And that was huge for me to be like, fuck, man, like finally like weight lifted off my shoulders of like, oh, Jim over there is crushing it. Good for him, man. Like, that's awesome now.
So it's interesting that you picked up on like the comparison thing from both within, like you're looking at it from within your industry. I'm looking at it from like outside of my industry. I'm talking about like comparing myself with friends or like other relatives, right? Because I don't think I made as much money as you did last year. But you get kind of like you, I don't know, I'm just gonna call it motivated. You get very motivated by seeing my YouTube shit, right? Like you want to do that. Me, I just want to make money. I could give a fuck less where it's coming from. Yeah, I like helping people, right? I see it as like a sustainable long-term business tool. It's a business tool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me as much money as you just working. So the comparison, you close one eye and you kind of look through one lens sometimes, right? Like I can look at some of my good friends. They're talking about like their 401k and like their dental or like health benefits and all this shit. And they're making like 10 grand more than I am. And I got like the most like sickest schedule, right? Like I could leave at like 2 p.m., go home, take a nap if I want. I don't because I got to fucking work. But like you compare in the most strangest ways, but you still do it because they're friends. But from within the industry, bro, you can't compare yourself, man.
It happens.
There's always going to be someone better.
It happens so much, dude. And it's never competition in real estate. It's fucking comparison and jealousy, dude. It's fucking crazy. And I was in it, bro. I was really deeply in it. And once I got out of it, it's like, okay, like it's now it's like when you're with people in an office, like where there's a couple people in my office, we're together. Now it's like competition, right? Like, fuck you, Jim. You got a couple more deals. Like, let's put it on the board, like we'll just do that kind of stuff. And it's cool, Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, comparison and jealousy, dude. It crushes. And I guess for you, you look more outside in just life. Like, oh, this guy's got a Ferrari and he's got a mansion. How the fuck did he do it? Rather than a car broker. How's he crushing it?
Right. Huh. I wish I had more competition so I could be on my toes, like my tippy toes about it. I think I've said this before.
Well, why do you feel you don't have competition in the car broker business? Or is that because I'm not trying to be a dick, but because I don't know that business well. Like, is there car broker companies in Boston?
There's like 3.
And are they big companies or are they like single like you?
Nah, they're like small little guys like me, but there's no live activity. You can't really tell who's doing what, how many they doing. You got to find out from like dealers, like, oh, like you work with that guy. Like, how many deals he give you this month?
But in like LA and New York, they're huge. No?
Huge.
So you don't compare yourself to them? Like, fuck,
No,
like how
man.
they get so big?
No. Because it's all market based. You're not going to compare yourself to a realtor out in like LA.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to maybe aspire to be like one or two of them that you might have found online. But you know what? I'm very, I compare myself a lot with friends, right? Like I want to be like this and this person. But deep down, I just think it's a matter of time. Like time will really tell. Because I have friends that went to school, they started working corporate, and just now they're finding out that their true passion is to, I don't know, like start their own company, right?
Yeah.
So now they're starting late. And little did I know they were comparing themselves to people like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think comparison is kind of fucked up because you never know what's going on in somebody's head. Like somebody could be working, they got really, really lucky, they started to make a lot of money, but they're miserable or they're just constantly depressed. So you can't, everybody's got like some sort of thing in their path. I think that I stopped comparing myself hardcore. Like it didn't make or break. It didn't put anything in front of me when shit got really tough. Or like when I saw somebody's thing on Instagram where I'm like, oh shit, like why can't I be like this? I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. Like I just continue my work. So now I don't actually pay attention to that kind of shit.
See, I've never compared myself to friends or like people close around, you know, like it's never been like that with me. It's crazy. There's different levels to this of comparison. Just
because I don't have another reference point. I don't have businesses to compare myself to. Actually, you know what? Maybe
what about restaurant?
Exactly. Maybe I'm ignoring the fact that even with the restaurant, I've never actually paid attention to the competitors. And both those competitors shut down.
Well, so Gary Vee is very like, he's either one way or the other, right? Like he's black and white. There's no gray, right? And he says, and obviously everyone's different, but he's like, I don't even know what other people are doing. Like he has zero clue of what other people in his industry are doing. He's like, I don't even know the people's names. I don't know how true it is. I kind of believe it.
He's probably ignoring people like competitors, but he's paying attention to tools. Like,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, he says he pays attention to his like tribe, so his YouTube, right, and his Instagram, Facebook. He'll go in and read the comments, see what people are talking about to get a feel. But like a competitor, he's not going to compare himself to another competitor. I mean, I don't know if that's. What do you think? Is that a good thing where you don't even know who the fuck the competitor is, or should you be kind of, hey, like keep your friends close, enemies closer type deal? What's your thought on that?
That's so good, man. I think he's wrong. I think you should be. I think you should have like a good idea of your competition. Of your competition. Maybe there's a component of this where he's not describing. Like maybe he relies on his tribe to tell him about his competition. Maybe there's that component of it too. But I think that not knowing about your competition is like it could kill you.
It's not a good business idea.
No. Like you gotta, even if you don't see it as a threat, you should know that it's there. So last year there was this YouTube channel, blew up. It was a car buying and like negotiation type channel. He went
the guy who cursed?
Huh?
The guy who used to curse?
Yeah. He kept on saying fuck within like the first like 6 seconds. of his intro, and like YouTube's like we can't monetize this. So if we can't monetize it and you're cursing, we don't even want to suggest your videos.
Mm-hmm.
So like
he was
went
getting
from like
some views though, no? Like he was getting views and subscribers.
Tons, but like YouTube stopped that. They like shut it down. He still has a channel. It's just nobody discovers him. You can't like he just doesn't show up in search results. But I was like so jealous. Like how the fuck? Like I'm better than this guy. Like
wow,
you know. So I was just like, this happened last January too. So like when I was like really, really putting in a ton of effort. So when that happened, it was like a humongous fire that ignited inside me, like motivation, like hardcore motivation. I think that your competition being there is, I think you need it, Shant. I think you need it, and I think that just having a friend or a couple friends in your circle, like you ever see those memes, like you should not be the smartest one in the room.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Or like if you're the smartest one in your circle, or like you're the richest one in your circle, you're in the wrong circle.
Yeah.
I think that if you don't have a friend that you're jealous of, you personally, I think you should find one.
Yeah. Like if you're like the most successful in your group,
you're in the wrong group.
Yeah.
That guy, when he started that YouTube channel or whatever, when his YouTube channel took off, I don't think I've ever been that motivated. And then when his YouTube channel tanked, I don't think I was ever, and I was like surpassing him. Like, I don't think I've ever been that fired up.
But did you, once that happened, did you kind of take the foot off the gas pedal?
No, I went hard.
You sure?
Yeah. When his channel fell off,
yeah.
No, I made sure that I was gonna like continue climbing because like I didn't want it anywhere like close to his number.
So I think that's why Gary Vee talks about that. I think now just hearing you say that, right? Because certain people, you know, you're very disciplined to kind of keep going, but certain people, right? They see a competitor, they see an object that they're trying to chase. They go hard. They do more. They do everything, and they try to fucking catch up. But then that person, this guy, this video, his channel tanks.
Yeah, he's zeroed out.
Yeah, it's zeroed out. So most people, and this is why probably Gary Vee says that, would take the foot off the gas pedal. And that's why he doesn't compare to other people or look at other people, because he doesn't want to be dictated off other people's to motivate himself. He just wants to go on his own.
Okay. So here's the deal, Sean. You can't go. This is why I disagree, because you can't go like this straight, right? You can't drive without side view mirrors. I understand, don't look back, but at least know left and right. Like somebody to the left, somebody to the right.
That's an interesting topic, man. I kind of disagree with you for some reason.
I'm happy you do, but I mean,
in a very respectful, nice manner, I disagree with you.
Well, you were the one that was thinking if you should respond back to these fucking douchebag mortgage lenders.
Yeah.
Sounds like maybe there's some things that you agree with, some things you don't, like a half and half.
Yeah, I kind of like the just look forward, don't look to your left, don't look to your right, don't look behind you. Your competitors, I think Gary Vee's onto something, man.
This sounds like one of our conversations from like 8 years ago when I would shit on Gary Vee not knowing anything about him.
Yeah.
I like, I let it be known, like I find a lot of inspiration from Gary Vee, but I have my problems with his work ethic.
Oh yeah, no.
Because it personally set me up for exhaustion. Like I've I'm just now starting to regain a little bit of my energy.
Well, yeah, I mean, bro, that's not the life I want, right? To be working 18 hours a day, traveling, never seeing your family. It's not the life I want. I know people who do like that life, and that's good for them, man. I like to be home, bro. It's just how it is.
So I've got a lot of stuff that I think about now personally. Like I'm in competition with myself, almost like I can't be doing the same thing and I want to consistently improve. Because I think to a certain degree, Shant, after a certain point of success, I think that you stop having people to compare to. Like, who am I comparing myself to exactly?
Then you go outside looking at like
Others, like up,
fucking
like
Bill
you're
Gates.
really going up top.
Yeah. Like Bill
And
Gates and shit.
exactly. I think that after a while, it's not so much jealousy, it's motivation. That comparison you're making, you're trying to find motivation in and not becoming jealous by. I think that it's the reason why I believe strongly that it's a good thing to look at least left and right and forward, because that person, believe it or not, if you want to talk about comparison, because you're looking forward and going forward, you're trying to catch up to the people that are in front of you, or else why wouldn't you just take it easy? Where are you going?
Yeah.
So I think if I'm understanding Gary Vee correctly, he's saying just you're going forward just to go forward. And
Yeah.
that because that's just the only direction he knows.
Well, I think, and we'll wrap up on this because we're running out of time. I think because a lot of people deal with inner struggles, right? So I think why he's pushing that, honestly, I don't know if he really does that or not, because I think a lot of people get hurt by comparing or competing and looking, and it kind of derails them and handicaps them. I think it's more of an emotional thing. I think people get crushed by it. So I think he's just trying to protect people to say, hey, just don't worry about other people. Focus on yourself. So before we go, any last thoughts on anything we've talked about as far as Facebook comments from fucking lenders or just the competition thing? Like, what last bullet point thought, Ari?
I have a very, very strong one. It's shoot your shot. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you want to do. And even if for whatever reason you put out something and you think for whatever reason people are going to not like it, don't post it. You don't have to post everything, but try. If you don't like it, redo it. Take your time with it. But don't let anything, don't let the actual reason that you don't want the comments or you don't want like any negative repercussions from people that don't really fucking matter stopping you from posting it. If it's a personal thing, like you didn't like the way you looked, maybe, I get it, take it down. But don't let other douchebags dictate whether or not you can post something up, man.
I agree. I'm 100% with you. And I think one other thing, because you'll get negative comments. I'm going to get negative comments. Everyone listening gets or will get negative comments. Just know, I think personally, sometimes your video is not going to be as good and you're going to suck in it. Like your first video sucked. Mine did too. But like, just know if you put up a video, it could not be good. And someone's going to tell you, and it's okay that it's not that good. The next one will be better.
Go and check out Alexis Ohanian or like Drake. Check out his likes and views. Scroll down.
Uh-huh.
Just compare each post. Like see what like the view and the like count is on it on each one. Like sometimes you'll see like 1.5 million likes, then you'll see like 300,000 likes. If you want to make like a comparison for yours, like
Yeah.
you can compare it on a micro scale.
Interesting.
Check it out. Just,
All right.
if you ever feel down about a post, like my shit, like I got 600 views on that, but I got 7,000 in like a quarter of the time on the other one.
I feel that way with TikTok because one of my videos is at like 190,000 views.
This
The
is
other
such a
one's
fake, like,
and the other one's at 500. I'm kind of fucking pissed. So I fucking love TikTok, bro.
taken away.
All right, I got to go do some TikTok videos.
All right, Paul. Good
you.
luck on the talk tonight. Bye, Shant.
Bye, Ari.
Good
Bye,
night,
everyone.
Shant. Sorry.
Good night.
Bye. Wow. Hold on. No, don't leave meeting.